All right, good afternoon, everyone. It is 11 a.m. on Thursday, April 20th, 2023, and I'd like to welcome you to today's Blitz session on drip campaigns with Tim Vohar. Thank you all for being here. As always, for anyone watching this in the future, please be aware that some of this information may have changed. So feel free to contact our training department with any questions. And lastly, as a reminder, this will be recorded. So for both buffering purposes and your privacy, you may want to turn your camera off. If you have any questions, please feel free to raise your virtual hand or use the chat. We'll get them answered right away. And with all that said, I'd like to welcome Tim Vohar. Tim, thank you so much for being here, sir. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that very much.
Got it.
All right, so we're going to do some drip campaigns today. We've got two different sources of drip campaigns. One will be inside of RWP Connect. The other will be inside the BHHS Resource Center. So let's go ahead and jump into them and show you what we've got. So first off, so here we have the Berkshire Hathaway Resource Center, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to click on Marketing Resource. Click on Marketing Resource. It's going to open up into the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Library, Contacts, Upload, Help, Drip Campaigns. So if you have a group of people in the contacts, start with your groups. I have a me group, or you can have your individual contacts. Either of those is fine. Doesn't matter. Or you can add a group. And test group. I go back over here. Here's my Tim's test group. Check that. Then I want to add to a contact. I can import. I can update. I can do anything I need to do over here with my group that I'm setting up. Right. But again, we're not necessarily here for groups today. We're really here for these action plans and drip campaigns. So further, right here, this button drip campaigns is going to be the starting point. You can see I have one here, Tim's test template. We'll just click on drip campaigns. And it will bring us to this screen with that test template. All right, so if I wanted to work on this campaign, I could come here and I could either disable it, rename it, or create a new template, or I could click on it and open it up and see what I've got. I'm going to get you to this screen here. Oops. By first creating a new drip campaign. All right, so on this, you're going to choose a template. On subscribe, when someone is added to the campaign, it triggers a series of actions separated by specific intervals of time. So these right here are on subscribe. So if I send a blank template or the home staging tips, landscaping, lifestyle, any of these here on this column, as soon as I subscribe somebody to it, they're going to get this template started or this drip started. If I want to come down here and do it on a specific date, I can choose this blank template and then it will start on a specific date. So if you were trying to start on somebody's anniversary date, this would be choosing on the date. If you're keeping it very generic and you're okay when these things happen, they just go out when someone's added to the system, you can use this template. So for this example, I'm going to use the on date template. So it'll start as a trigger point for, let's say, an anniversary. So we'll click on this use template and we'll do anniversary drip template. Again, you can be creative with this. This is up to you, what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. So right here, there's nothing in here. It's the on date drip campaign. What we now do, come over here to the little add button, click the plus sign, and it's going to come up and it's going to be like, what do you want to do? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to choose the date or choose the card. So if I wanted to come in here and let's say anniversary, and I would put happy 1 year anniversary on your new home. Going to load it in. Then I'm going to choose the date where I want this drip campaign to go to that person that I'm setting up. So I could say that they purchased their house April 21st. I want to go to the future so that I never forget to send them a card on April 21st, 1 year anniversary. Can set the time that I want. In this case, I can do 9 a.m. or I can just change the clock to 12 p.m. Okay. Now, this anniversary card is also editable. So I can come in here and say happy 1 year anniversary in your new home. Then I can come down here. See how it's yellow? I got to click on this. This is Lorem Ipsum. I'm so very thankful. Got a little lag going. However you want to format that. Again, you have these formatting tools up there. I'm just typing this in for confirmation. It'll take a second. That'll turn green. I'll come down here, click on this, work halfway. Validated it. I don't see any more. There's a check mark there. There. All good for this. Person card is validated. Done. I just see a valid card. Now, I don't want this just to be the end all of their 1 year anniversary drip campaign. I want this to be a constant drip. So I'm going to come here. I'm doing myself. I didn't save that properly. Let me go back here and choose this again. Got a lag. Try this again real quick. The good thing is this, you will see that it's not just you, it's me. Technology does not always get together. All right, so we got the green check mark here for the image, so we're good. From the yellow exclamation point. Green home. If that'll turn green, I'll come down here, validate this. That'll turn green. Right. Done. All right, now this is saved. Now if I add a new one, there we go. Now, what date do I want this one to go out? I would go in here, and I could say There we go. See what we got. All. Again, there you go. As you're doing this, you'll be able to choose and pick what cards you want to send, how you want to send them. So then I would come in here, change this date to September 21st, I think. Click OK. And it's invalid, so I need to come in here and edit. First day of autumn. Maybe I don't like that. Maybe I like fall. Happy fall, y'all. First day of autumn. Come in here. You can put in hope. Hope you enjoy pumpkin spice season. All right. Validated, validated. It's saving. Click done. And here I have my next card ready to go out. I can then keep building on this until I get the cards that I want to go out on a monthly basis, every quarter, whatever you're looking for. Get somebody in this one, the anniversary drip template. I'm going to click on add subscribers. I can come here to Tim's test contacts or me contacts. Here's my contacts. I can choose this. I can choose subscribe. Following one contact will be subscribed to your drip campaign. This could result in them starting to receive content immediately. And Vohar, great. Click confirm. There we have first day of autumn, September 21st, 2023, 9 a.m. Happy anniversary, April 21st, 2024. And that's as hard or as easy as it you want it to be for creating a drip campaign with e-cards inside the Berkshire Hathaway Resource Center. I want to go back to this Tim's test template. I want to show you a feature that you have on this one that's a little bit different than the other one. Actually, I can't. I have to start a new one. So let's go back. I'm going to do new. And this one's going to be on subscribe template. And we'll just use we'll use handy household tips as the base of this. We'll hit create. Because what I'm trying to expose you to here is when I do this, I've got all of these. So deodorize your garbage disposal, handy household tips. This will go out the day I send it, and then it waits 1 month. Then it sends refresh the smell of plastic, wait 1 month. Clean copper, wait 1 month. So this now has a whole built handy household tips for the full year for you to set up as a drip campaign. And then again, I can come in here, click on subscribers. Oh, I have to go in because these are all invalid. So I have to go in here. I have to click on edit. And then I have to come in here and write a personal message or take it out. I need to update my picture, my information if this is separate. Because I'm using a training account, that's why this is not automatically my information, but yours would automatically be in here in your account. So you would have to come in here and validate each one of these sections here. Now, it's not going to let me leave it blank, so I'm going to have to put a message in there. I can come here. See if it'll let me validate that test campaign. See if that'll validate. There we go. Now it's validated. Household tips, done. Now this is valid. I'll be added to add subscribers once I've gone in and modified to make sure all of these all change from invalid to valid. And then if you wanted to, you could also come in here under this new campaign, and you could use the blank template. Hit create. You come here to the plus sign, choose content. Get this newsletter here. And then we come here to the plus sign, and we want to create a wait. I want to wait 45 days. Hit submit. Now I've got a calendar here, or a timer that's going to wait from the next one once I send this one 45 days to send the next template, which I can come over here, go to content, choose. Let's see what news, let's see if there's a main newsletter ready to go. Okay. And if I was like, oh, I don't want to send that 45 days, I can click back on that, change that to month, change this to 1, submit. Now I've changed wait a month from when this gets sent to send out the main newsletter. So that is 3 different ways to set up different drip campaigns within the BHHS Resource Center. Any questions? Any questions? The good news I'll have for you all is come next Friday, every one of you all will be able to start doing this. You all will all be able to log in and get into here and start working on it. Next 2, let's see, today, 2 Thursdays from today, 2 Fridays from tomorrow, you will have the opportunity to attend some hands-on training sessions with Berkshire Hathaway staff who will be in the area. And they'll give you about a 15-20 minute demo of everything we've been going over. And then we will go into hands-on for a couple of hours. So you'll get an email in the next couple of days for you to register for those Thursday, the 4th, and Friday, the 5th sessions. Was that a hand up, Christian?
It is. Lisa?
Yes, I have a question. When we do this merge with Rose and Womble, will this automatically change, or do we wait to start these drips?
Yeah, if you're doing these drips, I would suggest you wait. Everything is supposed to pull over, but again, it's a data software transfer. So my recommendation would be to hold off and wait to do that next Friday, just to make sure you don't spend time and then it's not there.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Other questions?
Anything?
All right, let me switch over here then to the action plans in the RW Town Connect. So when you come into RW Town Connect, you'll come to marketing, you'll come to action plans. Now this one here is, let's say there's one activity in this birthday action plan. This buyer action plan has 9 activities. So if I were to click on this buyer action plan, it says, here's your buyer introduction. That is an email. Your follow-up is a phone call. You're searching for homes is an email. Open houses versus showing, email. So it tells you what type of person it is or what you're doing from this perspective. So I can come here and I can add a contact to this group or contact groups. So if I came in here and I put in Tim Bohar, there's Tim J. That's not who I wanted. So I'd hit cancel and I'd have to go in here to my clients list and make sure I added them in as a contact or under a group. So this one, you do have to make sure they're in as a contact or a group and then choose your buyer action plan. If you already had them in there and you wanted to add them, simply type in, and there's the names that come up. This one will then give you a prompt as to what action you need to take on those days. And if I click on this buyer introduction, here is a copy of the buyer introduction. As long as I have the contact information filled in, it's going to autofill. As long as I have my website linked up properly, it's going to autofill, and off it goes on those days. So the buyer introduction is going to go out. I'll get a reminder to make a phone call. I'll get a reminder to touch base. I'll get a reminder for follow-up. These emails will automatically go, and I will get the email that says make the phone call. These ones pretty quick, pretty easy. These ones are more or less set up for these different types right here. You can also go in there and create a new action plan and build it yourself. Again, same process as before, just building those actions that you want. Questions? All right, I'm not going to belabor the point too much more other than to encourage you, if you have not started working on that database, your first name, last name, mailing address, email, phone number, and you don't have the spreadsheet, please send an email to training@rwtown.com or training@bhhstown.com, and Haley will send you the CSV file so that you can make sure you got your database all up and running as we get down to the next week, where you guys will have access to everything that is now RW Town. I'm going to sign off at this point unless anyone has questions.
Any questions? All right, thank you, Tim. And we will be
Thank you, Christian.
back. You got it at 12 noon with class on Earnest, and then back with Tim again for Dotloop 2.0. What will be different about that class, Tim, just so they know to tune back in?
Dotloop 2.0 takes on the next level of the transaction from the contract or the listing you've already done, and it takes it to the next step, working with other agents. Oh, no, that's a different one. 2.0 is taking it from the process of the tips and tricks expanded upon. So
Awesome.
to the next level.
Awesome. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you guys back at noon. Thanks, Tim.